We are lucky enough to have OM James Guy here with us today. I'm going to be asking him a few questions about his selection for the upcoming Olympic Games. So going back in time a little bit, what made you want to come to Millfield?
I think really just being part of the actual ethos of Millfield. You know, you see how good the facilities are around here. You know, the pool, athletics track, and the whole kind of Millfield environment is the best in the world. You know, I've had a chance to go to the Olympic Games and be successful. This is the place to do it, and that's what really brought my vision down here, was to be part of that ethos.
Obviously you've been very successful, but how has Millfield supported you in your Olympic dream?
You know, I've joined the school in 2009, and ever since I've been here, you know, I was at the school for 7 years. You know, every single day going to school, you know, training full time, support from teachers I had all the time, just being able to balance that was really, really important. Whenever I was away, I had the help of, you know, having work away with me at school, but the balance I had being at school and working really hard in the pool, it just worked for me. And, you know, surrounding myself with people who are going to help me on my journey, the staff and the pupils here, kind of emphasise that massively. That's why I think, you know, the Millfield kind of lifestyle did work for me quite well.
I'm sure you've got some very fond memories here. What was your training like day to day?
You know, obviously you can imagine, you know, being a swimmer just generally is really, really hard. You know, training morning and night, being up at, you know, 5 o'clock in the pool for 6 for 2 hours, and then doing weights and then swimming in the afternoon. But, you know, luckily hard work did pay off. But, you know, having that kind of group of lads who I train with every day, go to school together, and just generally, you know, it was a hard balance to kind of master. But, you know, I think I did get the right balance right at school. You know, having that time away from the pool, being able to shut off, do my work and swim full time as well. You know, it did really work for me. But it's just having that kind of routine. You find that routine, that what works for you, you stick to it and you keep going. And, you know, definitely worked for me. And I think that's why, you know, that massively helped me on my success here.
You've kind of already answered this, but how did you juggle your academics and swimming?
You know, I'm not the brightest guy in the world when it comes to school. You know, I found school really, really hard. And as I got older, you know, joining sixth form, I was travelling a lot more, going away, competing a lot more across the world. So I knew my academics would take a little bit of a back step. So, you know, it was a massive risk for me just to be like, you know what, swimming's my full-time thing. But, you know, I always thought you can't swim forever. You have to have something behind you. You know, and whatever I did do, for me, it was just to pass my exams and my A-levels, and I did do that. But, you know, having that support of obviously the library and the one-to-ones with my teachers here, Mr. McEwen, Miss Bevan, my old maths teacher, you know, they did massively help that massively. And I think having that one-to-one help really did work. But there's a time and place for everything. So sometimes I would come in and say, listen, I need to do my schoolwork. You know, I would miss sessions when it came to exam period, because at the end of the day, you need your exams and your grades to do well in life. And I believe that having that balance did really, really help me.
I'm sure you keep in contact with them quite often, but is there anything you'd like to say to Ewan or your coaches here?
Yeah, of course. You know, I met Ewan when I was 14, and he came at the end of 2009, and I was joining his group originally, and I didn't like him. You know, I didn't really like him at all. I wanted to be in Joel's group, the head coach at the time. And, you know, usually a swimmer is happiness is swimming fast, and within 3 months I'd PB'd with Ewan. And he became like a big brother, but like a massive respect for that as well. Because he worked me hard, he pushed me hard. We had the kind of a good relationship as well. So, you know, I've been around here for a long time, and I think without you and Dale, you know, Joel Fink, Emma Collins originally, Helen Gorby, all the staff here at Millfield really did help me massively. And without them, I wouldn't be where I am today, you know, world champion, Olympic medalist. So it is down to them at Millfield, because that's where the dream began.
Looking ahead, what are your aspirations for the upcoming Olympics?
I think in a few months' time, it's about just being myself and enjoying it. You know, obviously this year is a massive, massive difference compared to Rio, you know, the COVID games. But I think, you know, whoever deals with the best will perform the better out there. So, you know, I've got to go out there, be myself, and just enjoy it at the end of the day. It's only swimming. So I think if I'm on my personal best times and, you know, I can deliver my best swim on my day and being in my PBs, I think I'm in a good shot with a few medals there. But at the end of the day, it's only swimming. So go out there, enjoy it. And I've got mates all over the world who are going to be there. So to be part of that and that kind of the fast swimming era, you know, challenging for medals, racing the best in the world, it's going to be pretty special. But just to go out there, enjoy it, and try and hit my PBs, and I think, you know, I can do some damage over there.
And finally, what would your one piece of advice be to a student or swimmer here at Millfield?
One piece of advice for a swimmer here would be to be successful. It's just enjoy what you're doing and work hard. You know, all the best guys in the world in any sport, you have to be able to kind of do the extra hours that people don't see, and it's kind of doing the bits at home that no one else sees. I remember when I was, you know, here for 5 or 6 years, you know, I had obviously, you know, I would train full time, do whatever the coaches told me to do, then go home and do the extra bit, and that was the bit I think made me better than everybody else. You know, doing the bit that no one sees, putting the extra hours in, making it quality work, and that gave me a massive confidence booster. And I knew on the block that I was going to beat anyone next to me, and I think that was a massive confidence booster in my head. And my competitors knew that they were fighting for second place, and and it worked.
Thank you so much for coming down. We look forward to supporting you in Tokyo.
Cool. Thank you for having me here. It's always great to come back and see my old family here at Millfield School, and I've been here. I was at school here for 7 years, so it's good to come back and see the old family.
Perfect. Thank you.